Hello everyone, welcome to Dean Brennan's press conference ahead of our National League fixture against Kings Lynn Town on Tuesday evening. I'm delighted to be joined by Jacob Ransom of the Brent and Kilburn Times. So Jacob, if you'd like to ask some questions for Dean ahead of Tuesday's game, please.
Obviously, on the back of a defeat in the FA Cup, I suppose you'd be looking for a reaction first and foremost, and to bring the standards back up for that Kings Lynn game.
Yeah, and obviously we're all disappointed from the weekend. It's very, very frustrating performance, a more frustrating result. Full credit to Hayes, and I'm rooting for them today in the draw. I hope they get a fantastic draw. Really good people there, Husey, Holmesy, Richie, Clarkey, all really good guys that I've known a long time and personal friends of mine. So that's the way the cookie crumbles, I'm afraid. We've got to lick our wounds and we've got to show some character, and we're looking to bounce back tomorrow in what's a massive game for us tomorrow. A huge game already this early in the season.
And obviously, what do you think what do you think sort of went wrong in that game, other than obviously the apparent sending off?
I think our mentality was poor. I think our quality was really poor in the final third. I think refereeing decisions definitely didn't go our way. Really poor refereeing decisions, and you put all that together, and that's a recipe for defeat, and it's a recipe for a joint kill in this division. I warned everybody in the programme now, I warned the players in training, you have to be at it, and our running stats are down in that game, and there's no one else to blame but ourselves. But full credit to the opposition. You have to give the opposition credit. A good game plan. There's nothing we didn't know they weren't going to do. We knew Marty was very quick. They were going to play on the break, and we knew we shouldn't have played offside. That was a rule within what we said we had to do. No offsides against his pace, because you ain't going to catch him when he gets in, so we don't play offside, and we played it. And everything we shouldn't have did, we did. So that's the recipe for the joint killing, and we wish Hayes all the best, and we just move on to the next game.
And obviously Danny Parish come on in that match and looked quite decent. He's probably put his name in contention a bit more now.
Well, he had a good chance. He would have scored. Sluey had two great chances as well. He should have scored two, so that would have made a game of it for the last 5 or 10 minutes. But yeah, look, listen, we've got a decent group of players, and we're always looking to strengthen. We're always looking to upgrade, and we'll see what kind of selection we go with tomorrow. Kings Lynn are a very good side, really technical team. Everybody wants the ball at all times, and they're really good on the eye, to be fair. So it's going to be a really tough game.
And obviously, spoke about upgrades and bolstering the squad. One player brought in was goalkeeper Grant Smith ahead of that cup match. Just talk us through how that sort of come about and what's the reasoning for it.
Well, first and foremost, Luton wouldn't allow Harry Oystead to get cup tied, so we had to find a goalkeeper. So I went searching for a goalkeeper, and I looked in the black book, and Grant Smith popped out. We contacted him on social media last Wednesday, managed to get him in. I think it was last Wednesday, Tuesday or Wednesday, managed to get him in to train on Thursday, and he signed for us. So I think it's a great addition to our group. Very strong goalkeeper for the level, if not the level above. So we're delighted with the acquisition.
And obviously Grant and Harry will now be competing for that number one shirt, which is a good spot to be in as a manager, to have two sort of number one goalkeepers.
Yeah, two good goalkeepers. I think that's where we've got to be. We've got to be competitive in every department. Ideally, we want two players for every position all over the park, especially with the load of games. We've been Saturday, Tuesday, all the way through. We haven't stopped. We go again tomorrow. We go Halifax on this Saturday coming, and then we have a 2-week break. So these two games coming up, especially the Kings Lynn games, they're huge games for our football club this early in the campaign.
And obviously one positive from the cup match is the return of Connor Stevens. I suppose probably still quite a bit of work to get up to full fitness, but a welcome addition.
Yeah, great to have Connor back. Obviously Rusty, he's been out for a long time. He's probably been out good to 6 weeks. So the only way we're going to get him fit is by playing him. And he gives us balance in our defence. Obviously we played with sort of two lefties the other day against Chesterfield last Tuesday night, but Connor will get up to speed quite quick. He's quite a fit lad as it is, and he's very dedicated. He's very professional, and he was in yesterday in Optima, and he's in again today. So trying to prepare himself for tomorrow's game. So we're delighted to have him back.
And any sort of further update on any other injuries, any possible returns, or anyone out for this clash?
Nietzsche Efferty and Connor Smith both will be assessed today at Optima, or this evening at Optima, and then we'll find out if they're going to be fit for the game or not. But both are 50-50 at this moment in time.
And obviously the match with Kings Lynn poses another different test, like every game we've sort of touched on. Another newly promoted side with not too much to lose, so it'll be a bit of a different one for you.
Yeah, both of us, we have a lot to gain from this game. Both of us, you know, we can go 6 points ahead of them this early in the campaign, or they can come back to us and we can go. I think they're on 4 points. I think that's correct. They can come back and go on 7 points for us. So, you know, our aim is to get a certain amount of points, and these are the kind of the fights we need to be picking. You know, it's us and Kings Lynn. So it's going to be a good test. We're both promoted, both as champions, both very similar styles, very technical. So I expect this game to be more like the Wrexham game. I don't think there's direct Kings Lynn as some of the opposition like Chesterfield and places teams like that. So it's going to be a really good, entertaining game. I can guarantee you that, because they'll definitely try pass the ball and we'll try pass the ball too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I suppose much like yourself, they've been looking to bolster the team sort of through the summer and throughout the early part of the season. So you probably know plenty about some of the players that they've brought in as well, because they've played at the National League South and the National League in recent years.
Yeah, they've got good players. They've got quite a young group. They've got a few experienced players, but they've got some young players. They've got the goalies on loan from Norwich. They've got midfield on loan from Norwich, who I've seen quite a lot of. Adam Marriott I know all about. Tried to sign him many occasions when he was back in the Southern League and that for Cambridge City. So, yeah, they're a good side. They're a good side. And we're going to have to get our best. There's no easy games in this division. So I think it's a 50-50 game. Whoever turns up on the day, we'll take all 3 points. Whoever is mentality's focused, mentality's right. They've had a nice rest. They've had a nice weekend of a rest where we've gone through. You know, we've had to play 45 minutes with 10 men as well. So we'll see what we decide to do with selection. We'll decide that tomorrow. We'll see how the lads come through this evening. We've got a Zoom training session this evening, sort of a cool down. We'll do a bit of a video session within that as well. And then we'll travel up there tomorrow and see how we get on.
Mm-hmm. And obviously, I know we've touched on it last few weeks and last few press conferences about loan signings. I suppose, has there been any movement in that, or are you sort of possibly waiting for the little break in action to look at that more closely?
I think loans are getting impossible because of the bubbles within the football clubs, you know, and we can't afford to do the testing. To do testing for a League One player, which we inquired about, it was £340 per week at the testing twice for instant results, and we just can't afford that. So I think that's a market we won't go in. I think what we will do is the market will stay in is the players that are out of contract, league players that are out of contract and need to play football. Hopefully we'll have some movements on a player today. We are chatting to him and we're quite close, so we'll see how that goes today.
And now we're, I suppose, a few more games along. Is there any positions you've sort of narrowed down as perhaps targets, or just still throughout the squad you're looking to perhaps strengthen?
For us, Jacob, it's upgrades. You know, we've got to bring better than what we've got, better players for the level. And when we get the opportunity as a football club, we have to take it. You know, we'd be mad not to. We've shown we've conceded way too many goals, in my opinion. We've shown we're competitive. We've shown we've got good togetherness. We've got good character. We're good going forward. We can open up any defence. You know, so far we've shown that, apart from Hazer getting the other day. But within the league campaign, and I think we just need to be more solid defensively. But I think we've been a bit square pegs and round holes. We've played a midfield or centre half. He's still injured, Michael Phillips, and then obviously now Stevens is back. Hopefully he can get up to fitness as quick as possible, and we get a nice balance to our defence.
Yeah, and like you said there, every game's been full of goals and entertaining. So I'm sure you're expecting similar going forward, but hopefully, for a manager's perspective, like you say, less goals being conceded.
Yeah, I think that's important for us. I don't think we can, because we are the biggest side, and a lot of sides are physical. You've got Chesterfield, Stockport, how physical they are. They come after you physically. Yeovil were the same. They're much bigger sides than us. I think we have to play on the front foot with our speed, our athleticism, our creativity. But if we can shore things up within our back four and sort of that sitting midfield player, and we gave away some sloppy goals. Let's be honest, we gave away a lot of individual errors. Akimo scored an OG. Our goalies dropped a couple. You know, so there's been some sloppy goals to give away, and it's made. You know, last week we're 3-1 up. Looked like we're going to cruise to the game against Chesterfield. Looks like, you know, we've got that goal. Let's give us that nice lead, and then they scored from a long throw instantly. That's just not good enough. So we've got to make sure we rectify them kind of scenarios.
And obviously, lastly, from me, late last week we found out about sort of the funding to the National League and how it's going to be divided. There's been a lot of debate on whether it's been fairly done, but I suppose first and foremost, just important to get some support and money in the door, really, for all clubs, including yourself.
Yeah, I don't really know exactly what. I don't get involved in that kind of stuff. That's down to the board. The board haven't come to me and said anything, or they haven't come and said, look, we've got this amount of money, we're going to do this, we're going to add to your budget. I haven't heard anything like that. So I'm waiting to hear from them. And when I hear from them, I'll let you know what they tell me.
Perfect. Cheers. Thanks, Dean.
All right, cheers.
Thanks for that, Jacob. Just a couple from me, Dean. You mentioned Michael Phillips is still injured. Just go into a bit more detail on his injury, please.
I don't think Mike will be back until we've got a game over on the 14th. I'm hoping he'll be back for selection then on the 14th. So he's going to be out for a while. He's got like an ankle stroke heel injury, which is still quite badly swollen. So he won't be available for the next 2 games. Michi Effley's having a scan today, so we'll find out how he is. With his scan, he's got sort of a bruised foot. And Connor Smith has got a slight issue as well, so we'll find out how he is as well today when they go into Optimus. So 3 key players for us, 3 big players for us, and I'm praying that they get back fit as soon as possible.
And you mentioned them 3 players there, and especially Michi and Connor, who are 50-50 to play on Tuesday. If they don't start in them games, how important is it for the players that are waiting in the wings? How important is it for them to step up?
It's their opportunity. It's what they've been waiting for. You know, it's what they knock on my door for, telling me they can do this and telling me they can do that. Let's see, can they not talk the talk, walk the walk. So it's down to them now. I'll pick the team on merit. Like I said to you the other day, I want the players to work hard and show me what they do when they get in the team. I don't want to rotate for rotation purposes. I want the players to earn the right to get in the team. And Jacob mentioned earlier, Danny Parish come on. He made a good impact on the game. He did. He's bright. He wants to score goals. And he could get an opportunity tomorrow. When it comes along, he's got to grab it with both hands and make sure that, you know, Connor Smith, Michi Effley, or whoever's not in the team tomorrow doesn't get back in the team. That's his responsibility. And that's how we keep raising standards. We keep pushing things higher, keep raising the bar and become a better team. So we'll see if it happens like that, though.
And you also mentioned the fact that Kings Lynn didn't play on the weekend, obviously because of Notts County's positive coronavirus cases in their FA Cup game. How much of a difference do you think that will make for them going into this one after we played, as you mentioned, 45 minutes with 10 men on Saturday?
Yeah, they've had a nice little break there, haven't they? They've had a nice little look as well. I think, look, you know, Jamal Lozor will be back for them. He got sent off against Boreham Wood and he missed the last game. So he's a big player. I've worked him before. Top player, Loz. I know that one of the centre-halves is going to be suspended because he was sent off in the last game. So, you know, they've got good players. They've got a lot of quality. They've got a lot of players that have played higher. They've got lads from professional football clubs as well. Like I say, very technical team. Really admire their philosophy. So I'm expecting a really entertaining game. I think it's going to be a bit of a home thing, or I hope it'll be, and anyway, for everybody watching at home, but I hope we're on the right end of the result. But I think if our mentality's right, our character's right, you know, and we work as hard as we've shown before Saturday, I think we'll give ourselves a better chance of winning the game than not.
Brilliant. Thank you, Dean. And that's all from me. And thank you, Jacob, also for your questions. And we'll see you ahead of Saturday's National League fixture away at FC Halifax Town on Saturday.